That's exactly what I wanted. That's exactly what we got, man.
Yes.
There you go.
And so,
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, we need that fight. Like, we need if Mac's gonna come out here from the East Coast, we gotta show him love, and we gotta give him the fight that we should have got months ago. You know what I mean?
yeah, I hear you. But there's also someone in, right? Someone who's currently occupying that spot. And that is
Yeah.
Earthling 7. And so
Woo!
let's actually bring him into the fold so that we can have his perspective on this.
Woo!
Hey, what's up,
Oh wow!
Earthling
Wow,
7? That's
Maxie.
right.
But
This wasn't
woo!
planned. This wasn't
Okay.
planned, by the way.
Hey, you see that? Hey, we didn't even plan this, y'all. We didn't. It was in the air. It was the energy.
Yeah.
And
Yo,
so,
hey, just to let you guys know, this has been long overdue. We've been trying to get E7 on anything, and he's hard to get a hold of because he lives up to his name.
We're here right now,
He's
baby.
a
that's right.
outwardly person, hard to get a hold of.
Yeah, he's normally in space, and so glad that you get to join us on Earth. And so
Awesome.
appreciate you. Yeah, appreciate you for coming on, man. We
Pleasure is
certainly
mine.
been wanting. Yeah, we've been wanting to hear your perspective on a number of things, and one of those
Yeah, you're a
is
fan favorite.
yeah, yeah. And so one of those things we want to listen to, get your
7 minutes
perspective
with
on.
Earthling 7. Let's go.
Let's go, let's go. And so let's actually talk about you know your division, right? So you have Lil Diesel, you have Prince KT, and then you have Lil Mac who wants to kind of join in on this discussion, on this heat, and on this smoke. And so, what are your thoughts on all of that?
Well, the featherweight division is open, and I'm sure the rest they're ready. But in case they're not, I can only speak for myself. And
And so, if who would you prefer, right? Because I think the dilemma here is that Lil Mac wants Lil Diesel, but you're the one who's occupying that spot to actually fight him for the title.
well, it seems like Little Mac hasn't got the update, but we're delivering it to him right now that Earthling 7 is in the line first, and he can be patient, and he'll get a shot with Little Diesel. But coming Street Beast West Coast 18, Little Diesel versus Earthling 7. Title shot, baby.
Hey,
It's for the People's Champ.
So, so are you saying Little Max should wait till July and get the winner of you and Diesel in June?
He he don't gotta wait. He can train and stay ready.
and so who do you, so let me ask you this then. Uh, so before we get in your fight with Lil Diesel, then who do you think will win between Lil Mac and Lil Diesel?
Whew.
Yeah,
The,
you're good,
the
Daniel.
dog with the biggest
What a
bite.
who, you know what I mean?
The dog with the biggest bite.
And so, who do you think that is?
Ah, coming that day, we'll see. I see it as a 50-50. Um, I see that both gentlemen carry some strength and power, but who's really going to put it to use coming that bout?
And so, what do you think? So, what do you think the disadvantages are for Lil Diesel fighting Lil Mac?
Maybe that cardio. Maybe Little Mac isn't bluffing about his cardio, and his cardio is actually up there. And Little Diesel, I'm not sure if he's been filling up his tank, but
Well,
sometimes
We have KT right here who fought Diesel at the last at the Arizona event. He said and you, so he's pretty much saying you got that in the bag.
sheesh, if I don't got it in the bag and it's running, I'm coming.
Yeah, no, certainly. And then, what do you think if you were? Because also in the signups, I saw that Lil Mac said that he would like to fight you as well. And so, how do you think that will play out?
Well, at this moment, I don't want to give too much detail because I want to give respect to my
Gotcha.
opponent, Little Diesel. I know he's ready. He's been waiting on it. He's been sneak dissing. but it's cool. We've been listening, and it seems like we're about a game.
Is there anything that he said that kind of get on your nerves, got under your
Woo.
skin a little bit?
Nothing really. Just his sense of humor is sometimes terrifying, and I just gotta cope.
Except that he was certified, huh?
Hey, I want to say E7, that was a really good joke. Shout out to you. You think about writing jokes?
Uh, just flowing with them.
No, seriously, this is my first time hearing you talk as well.
Yeah, a lot of people have been really, really. You have no idea how many people are like, "Hey, man, get Earthling on." Dude, we tried, bro. He's like, "Nah, I'm good. Nah, no, I don't like you. No, fuck off." You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the impression you give everyone. Like you don't want to, you don't want to
Yeah, I saw
mess with
I saw
anyone.
Walmart during the live feed try to put his arm around your shoulder, and you just walked away. I'm like, yeah, that's Earthling right there, bro. Like, good shot.
He,
Trying to get a selfie with Earthling.
he
You know
missed me by a bit.
what
Yeah,
Hard in the
yeah,
fight,
no,
baby.
that's right. Hard to fight. And
I mean?
so,
Hey, Earthling,
but
I heard you say that you drove 12 hours. Where exactly do you live? I don't think people know where you're from.
Uh, I'm here to talk about the fight. No personal details. June 25th. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. A classic event, Little Diesel versus Earthling 7. Let's go.
that's what's up. Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. You know what I love is someone asked you in the signups like, "Where you from? Like, what part? Like," and you just
West
said
Coast,
West
baby.
Coast. West Coast.
West Coast Mexico, baby. He's coming all the way from
Only
Guanajuato,
one West
Mexico. You
Coast.
heard? You know what I mean?
Word. And so, let me ask you: when I first invited you to be part of the show, I don't know. I got a sense that there was some hesitation. I mean, be honest here. How do you feel about 619 and Wedo?
Uh, great guys to have on the show. They crack up, not just the audience but themselves, and it's entertaining very much. Hope to see
Hey,
Wedo soon.
Earthling, I was rooting for you during the Big Daddy fight. You know what I mean?
Woo,
I don't know if you
yeah.
heard. I don't know if you saw
Uh,
it live, but I lost a big bet on that
the,
fight right there. You know what I mean?
no, we gonna get the refunds back. It seems like there's a possibility we gonna get some refunds.
Yeah, we're talking
Mhm.
about bet. We're talking about push-ups, right? 619. We're doing
Yeah, we're talking
push-ups.
about we're talking
Yeah,
about
we're talking about
push-ups
push-ups.
and dinner. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
Definitely.
Yeah, yeah. But I,
And
I
and
had you go
so
in there because I
and
was like,
not
yo, there's no game plan on how to beat Earthling. There's a game plan on how to beat Big Daddy, and I don't know why you weren't going to the body more because I exposed that. I exposed the world to Big Daddy cannot take a body shot. So I was wondering why you weren't attacking his ribs and stomach because
well.
you got body work, but you were. I mean, you popped this jalapeno popper. You know what I mean? We saw that nose
Mm-hmm,
explode with that
mm-hmm.
jab, but I was like, man, he should be going to those stomach and them ribs. You know?
When I first was offered this fight, mentioned about it, I had two options. One, go 3 rounds with BDW as a fight, regular match, or the second option, 5 rounds for the People's Title Championship. 3 rounds is cool, but five just seems like more time to play, and that was my main
Yeah.
goal. My main goal was to keep him in there so I can go to work, and I outworked him.
and so, what do you think about the decision?
Uh, well, very controversial.
Super, super. We're gonna
Definitely.
do we're
If we
gonna
do
do
it right
a
now,
punch count
yeah,
for that fight. We have to when it drops. We're gonna do a punch count, break it down, because a lot happened in that fight, man, and we have to do
yes.
a punch count. You know what I mean?
hmm If we want to start up the scores, BDW said that he was going for knockout and basically knockout in the bag. Earthling 7 said he was going 5 rounds and ended up going plus one more. So that's already 1-0. It seems like to me. And we'll continue adding these scores up until we got the actual punch count. And see, the game I played was more of a competitive style in a way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in there, Street Beats West Coast fam, and we're working. My goal is just to keep you in there, outwork you, let you shine, but let you know. And I feel like I did that to BDW. But in case he don't know, rematch, baby. But we'll leave that perhaps for the, upcoming.
Yeah, and let me say this, right? Because for those who don't know, I mean, so what happens is that we provide a live stream for folks to see the events live. And so that isn't the angle that you see inside the cage. That is the angle you see as a bystander, someone
Completely
who's
different
watching it. Yeah.
from the final product. Yeah.
Yeah. And so when you're watching from, from where everyone else is watching, there's a lot of things you don't see. And so one of the things in the kind of when the fight unfolded and people were debating on who won, I know that Juice Boy, is it Juice? My boy Juice was saying,
Yeah.
like, did
Your
we
boy
look at the
Juice, yeah, his
jabs?
brother.
Yeah, he was like, did you look at the jabs? Did you count these things? Did you count these things? But from the kind of live stream, even KT was saying, like, he was also talking about the jab, but it didn't look effective. It didn't look like it was actually, damaging him from the outside. And even Diesel made the argument. He said, hey, we're in Street Beefs. Street Beefs is not a boxing match. We actually look at, the way that he
I
analyzed it and the way
respect
that
that.
he assessed it was that, we look at damage, right? Who's
Mm.
creating the most damage? And so you can
Well,
have an effective tool like a jab, but if it's not creating
I
damage,
hear that,
it doesn't
but
count.
hmm, definitely. To me, it seems like those jabs were doing what they were supposed to do. They kept him at distance. Whenever he got too close, pop, pop, pop. And if the damage wasn't clear, he started leaking. I'm not sure if he just got a soft nose or the punches were strong enough to cause some damage.
And here's the thing too, right? And so that's BDW looks like.
Yeah,
Um,
and I never seen Big Daddy leak from the nose ever in all of his fights. So that jab was touching that schnauzer. You know what I mean?
yeah, so it looks like BDW wants to run it back, but
Oh, of
but
course.
here's the
Yeah,
thing.
we
But
all
here's the
want to
thing,
see
right?
it.
And so when you watch the live stream, again, we're looking at from that angle. And so for those who don't know, Hard to Fight partnered with the West Coast branch to do a first access. And so first access is the ability for those who don't want to wait for the entire rollout, for all the fights to roll out on the Street Beast West Coast channel, you can opt in for this option where you can pay a one-time fee to watch the entire thing, right? So to watch every single fight from the camera that's inside the cage. So it's the same stuff you will see on YouTube. It's just you will see it uncut and you will see all the fights at once. And so, and so when I looked at it, right, because with a feeder, right, and so they give us the footage, we put it on the site so for people to watch. But when I looked at that fight, I saw it from the inside, and so when I looked at it from the in cage camera, I saw how effective your jab was. It didn't look clear from the outside, but when you actually look at the video footage from the inside, it changes the almost the vantage point, the perspective that you have on this fight. And so I would recommend folks wait till it drops or do the first access. You can go on our YouTube channel or you can go on our Facebook. It has the link, but check that fight out again because I think it would change the way you see it.
Definitely. Shout out to BW. His skills were great. Definitely. I like his bobbing and weaving. He was active. I was on the attack and he was active, moving, doing his best to counter. And definitely he's a top fighter in the division, of course, and respects to him. But if he really considers that a win, it's personal. If I had to judge it, I would give him a solid draw. He showed up, even though he didn't show up for the weigh-ins. Earthling
Let's talk about it.
720.
Let's
He
talk
still
about
showed up
it.
to fight. Well, there's not much to talk
Yeah.
about. Just he didn't show up.
So you were so you were on time, and Big Daddy was hella late, right? He was
It's not so much.
hours
It's not
late,
so
right?
much that it's just basically the respect, the whole procedure that we do. If he calls himself a lightweight and he holds down that division, we have certain numbers on that lightweight and that we are to meet. So, are we hitting those lightweight pounds? Yes or no? So it just adds to our game, and it provides something like a even start, like a start line for both fighters. But like
Yeah,
I said, he showed up to fight. Yeah. So if I had to judge it, honestly, I give him definitely a draw, because from some others' perspectives, I've heard that you need to beat the champ. I'm talking about like a horrible beating or type of knockout. To me, he didn't really show himself like a champ. He missed the weight, but enough of the weight. He didn't even show up with a belt. I see no belt. So that already kind of like, where my food at? You know what I mean? So I had to fast for a bit, and I was like, if it's not about that, then I'm gonna run it with BTW. It's an honor to be here with him, and that's what we did.
yeah.
And that's
Yeah,
what we did.
I will say it's a difference when you see an actual physical belt. You know what I mean? Being held up and knowing that's up for grabs, you can take that bad boy home. That's different from
Yes.
just saying it.
Yeah, and the thing is, right, because I know that you stated that, right, that was a challenge. One, that he showed up late, but two, I mean, I don't know if you explicitly said this, but there was questions around his weight, and even he addresses it now, right? I met the number just fine. And you even question like who saw the weigh-in.
Yes.
And so please expound on that a little bit
BTW.
more.
I got nothing for that.
Okay, let's be a little more direct. Do you think he actually weighed in on weight?
I'm not sure. He probably around. I can't really say for sure. It's a hit and miss with him just failure. If he's the people's champ, I did held him to certain expectations as of he's gonna show up there and prove his weight and show that he's really about that weight. Second of all, be there with us as soon as this event starts. We're all there, so we know who we're really counting on. I was basically on hope, man, just chilling under the sun, 5 hours waiting for BD Dub, and I kept my composure until he showed up. He showed a little empty-handed, but it's okay. I knew it was a fight, and I knew he was ready for that fight. He was looking for some power shots, and I was just looking to keep him in there and to have fun and definitely throw a banger in the event, which it was definitely. Whew, so many bangers that day. It was an awesome event, and from my perspective, Earthling 7 BDW added to that event.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, did you feel Big Daddy Williams' power? Like, were you like, oh
I
shit,
did.
this guy got cracked?
his-
Like, I gotta watch myself.
Definitely from Earthling 7's previous matches, I would say he is slightly above Memo Silva. He had one good shot. I felt 4 shots were memorable. One was like, okay, he got some heat. All right, let's keep going.
Yeah. And did you think the game plan that you had? Do you think you would? Do you think the same game plan would win in the rematch, or do you think there's something different that you got to add to your fight repertoire?
Well, it seems like Beat Dub is asking for a little more, and definitely if we can accumulate that little more and give it to him, we're definitely going to serve him.
And how do you think it ends? How do you think this ends? The rematch then?
Definitely no spoilers, but you're definitely going to want to see.
Okay. And so then let me ask you this, right? Because you have a fight lined up with Lil Diesel, and it looks like BDW wants that fight this month. And so you got choices, my man. You got options.
You got choices.
I hear them,
You got a
but
shot at two
there's
different
already a
belts.
line. There's already a line. So he can get in there with Little Mac and be patient.
Word.
Street
Gotcha.
Beef
Hey,
West
so
Coast 18. Little Diesel
hey,
versus
Earthling
Earthling 7.
7.
Yes.
Earthling 7. Where is your brother, your boy Juice from? Like, where did he grow up?
He grew up around me. I grew up around him.
Hey, respect. You guys are the Diaz brothers of the Street Beefs West Coast, man. Like your brother's
Correction, we're
nasty
the
with it
SG
too, man.
brothers. If you want to add
Yeah.
a little combo to it, it's the SG brothers.
I like it.
Yeah, if you haven't seen his brother fight, his brother is nasty, man.
Yeah,
And so,
yeah, your boy Juice is so clean and beautiful with the boxing as well, man.
yeah, and so we appreciate your time, brother. We thank you for deciding to come on, even representing Hard in the Fight, man. Love the t-shirt. Thanks for joining, brother.
You're welcome.
Any last words to all your fans, to Lil Diesel?
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. I'll see y'all Street Beefs West Coast 18.
Word. Peace. Thanks, brother.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Peace. Man.
There you go. People been dying to see Earthling 7 and get to hear him, talk to him. You got it. Boom.
And for those who are wondering, right, you see us both rocking the same shirt. We didn't even plan that. That's how connected we were. That's right.
It wasn't planned, man. I looked in the closet and the t-shirt was looking at me. I